Just 1 year ago, we were at 4.99%. And today we are well over 7. You heard me. Well over 7. And you guys, we got to unravel this whole thing because homeowners want to move. Homeowners are tired of their current house. Homeowners want something different. They want to relocate. They want to move up. They want to do this and do that. You guys know me. I'm going to give you guys the real scoop on what's going on so you can make an intelligent decision on how to prepare for you and your family on your next home. So, of course, if you find value in this video, by all means, save it, share it with a friend, send it with a picture, with a note. I don't know. But without further ado, let's get into all these juicy details. So first, you guys, I am absolutely going to share with you very clear examples on what your mortgage could have been if you entered the race 2 years ago, even a year ago, and what your mortgage payment is today and what it could be or what it can be. And so before I show you guys some clear examples, let's just do a recap on what is going on in the market, because the question that I get asked the most, of course, is, April, is it a good time to buy? Like, should I buy? First thing I want to say before I go into anything is that you should buy a home if you want to. So what's going on in the market are homeowners want to leave. However, homeowners have golden handcuffs. Golden handcuffs. So think about this, you guys. Your interest rate is so low that, okay, you're like, oh my God, am I going to really trade my 2% rate, my 3% rate for a 7? Am I going to do that? Which is why it's called golden handcuffs. It's a champagne problem, kind of. So here's what's going on. Let me share with you this article first off. Bob Wood, 67, has been thinking of selling his home in Mobile, Alabama. The finance professor and his wife purchased a 5,000 square foot house with a pool nearly a decade ago, and they want to downsize, move closer to their grandchildren in Tennessee. And yet here we are in the 10th year of a 3.125% 15-year fixed mortgage. They do not want to move now and give up that low rate to buy at a higher rate. This guy is among a stock of people sitting on very cheap mortgages, aka golden handcuffs. So think about this, you guys. The dilemma right now in the market is everyone has low mortgage rates. They want to get closer to their grandchildren. They're working from home. They want to move to Florida. However, how can you give up such cheap costs of money? And so the impact of all these homeowners not selling their homes means there is low inventory. If we have 8, 9, 10 home buyers and we only have 1 or 2 homes, what do you think is going to happen to that price of that home, even at these high interest rates? So what is going to happen next is when the Fed decides to drop their Fed rate, which is going to impact the mortgage rate. When mortgage rates come down, oh my God, when mortgage rates come down to even in the 5s, they'll never be at record lows like they were during you know what. But if mortgage rates come down to the 5s, it is going to be on fire because people are going to sell their homes and even more home buyers are going to come out. And then what do you think is going to happen to home prices? Come on, class. Prices are going to go through the freaking roof. What is happening in our society right now? And I say that because, I'm a capitalist. So on one hand, it's you just got to make more money to be able to afford housing. But then on the other hand, it's like, dang, like, do you guys remember when homes were a 2-story home, depending on which part of the country you were, but a 2-story home would be like $300,000, maybe $350,000. Now, just to paint a clear picture of what I'm saying, let's take a step back to even just 1 year ago. So I picked 2 homes on the exact same street here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. 2 years ago, July 2021, This house has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath, 2,000 square feet. Doesn't need upgrades. This house sold for $400,000 in a nice suburban town in New Jersey. $400,000. July 2022, on the same street, couple doors down. Now, this house does have 4 bedrooms instead of the 3. It does have 2,400 square feet instead of 2,000 square feet. But you guys, I did the best I could by drawing up some comparisons. This house in July 2022 sold for $520,000. $520,000. That house today, a year later, Zillow estimates that at $560,000. We have not even gotten to the mortgage rate part yet. So based off of these 2 homes, that neighborhood appreciated 40% in 2 years. So let's take this a step further and talk about the mortgage payment. If you would have purchased that home when it was $400,000 2 years ago, 2 years ago, rates were 3%. Let's say you put a 10% down payment on that home. Plus, we got to account for property taxes and homeowners insurance and mortgage insurance. Your mortgage payment would have came out to all in around $2,300. So now that neighborhood went from $400,000 to an average of $560,000 just 2 years later, and rates went from 3% now up 7.25, 7.5, 7.625. That house with the same amount of property taxes, homeowners insurance, and mortgage insurance, the mortgage payment is $4,200. $4,200. I'm sharing this to not incite fear or a negative thing. I'm sharing this because, listen to me, it is economics that is going on right now. It is supply and demand. Home prices went up during the last couple years because the cost of money was so cheap. Home prices are continuing to go up. In some markets, they have came down just a little bit, right? Home prices are still up because there are no homes to buy. So buyers have to fight over homes right now. And so when they do drop mortgage rates, even more buyers are going to come out. And yes, more sellers are going to come out. But everybody's going to lose their minds because they will be able to buy a house again. So I hope that brings some clarity to what's really going on in the real estate market. You guys know I always say lead with affordability and lead with if you want to buy a house. So, and of course, if you'd like to hear more mortgage info, please hit the subscribe button